This is your host, Dub FFG, with the Fantasy Football GOAT Strategies. And today, we're going to talk about the top 5 fantasy wide receivers for 2024. No hesitation, let's get right to it. Now, there's been much talk about who should be number 1, who should be the top 5, top 10 receivers according to social media, according to video games, according to national talking head rankings. But we here at Fantasy Football GOAT Strategies have the rankings that you need, the rankings that you should be most concerned with. Why? Because you're going to have your weekly picks in your dynasty leagues, in your PPR leagues, in your redraft leagues, what have you. Fantasy Football GOAT Strategies has you covered. So let's get right to it. At number 5, surprise, it's Justin Jefferson. Now, Justin Jefferson normally ranks up in the top 1 or 2, but because he has a new quarterback, and those quarterbacks are Sam Darnold and a rookie JJ McCarthy. Now, there are plenty of bright spots, particularly with JJ McCarthy going forward. Now, for this season and this season alone, Justin Jefferson's numbers will decline just a little bit. Enough to keep him in the top 5, but they will decline. We're looking at around 105 receptions, 1,300 yards, and 10 touchdowns. Again, that's still good for top 5, and Justin Jefferson will be there. At number 4, we're looking at A.J. Brown for the Philadelphia Eagles. Now, A.J. and the Eagles have a high-powered offense with the addition of Saquon Barkley. You taking Barkley, Hurts, Smith, Brown. That's something that opponents are going to have to deal with in the NFL, particularly in the NFC East. And A.J. Brown is going to benefit big with 110 receptions, 1,400 yards receiving, and 11 touchdowns. A.J. Brown will eat big, and eat big he will. Next up is the number 1 fantasy receiver from the previous year. That's CeeDee Lamb. He's going to drop just a little bit to number 3. He's the top target in Dallas, and his numbers are going to reflect it once again. 120 receptions, 1,450 yards, and 10 touchdowns. CeeDee Lamb and the Dallas Cowboys are still relevant and still going to be pushing to make a deep playoff run. If they can get past that first win, CeeDee Lamb will eat big. Playoffs and in the regular season. CeeDee Lamb at number 3. At number 2, no surprise, but a surprise, is Amon-Ra St. Brown, the Sun God. He's in a high-octane offense, and the Lions proved to everyone that they're here to stay, just as we predicted a year ago, that they're here to stay with their offense. Goff, Gibbs, St. Brown, and more. 120 receptions, 1,500 yards, and 11 touchdowns. That's what we're looking for St. Brown to do. He's gifted with discipline, talent, and mental toughness. So Amon-Ra St. Brown will be number 2 fantasy football wide receiver for this year. And at number 1 is no other, it's the Cheetah. It's Cheetah time, y'all. The Cheetah was number 2 last season. This year, he's bumping to number 1. We're looking at 125 receptions, 1,800 yards, 15 touchdowns. And the Cheetah is also in a high-octane, high-powered offense. Tua got his new contract. The offense shouldn't miss a beat. The offense are looking to make a deep run. And in order to do that, Cheetah has to be elite, as always, just as well as with the other complimentary receivers and backs. Tua's going to do his thing and look for Tyreek Hill, the Cheetah, to benefit big. These are our top 5 fantasy football wide receivers for 2024. Hit that like, hit that subscribe button, and share with your friends, share with your family, and even share with your enemies. This is Dub FFG. Till next time.